Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am participating in another tag. I love doing these tags. And I was tagged by Miss V. Thank you, Miss V, so much for tagging me. I really appreciate it because you know I like doing tags and they're just simple and fun. Now this tag is called 5 Things I Regret. Yeah, just 5 things. So I won't take too much of your time, but I hope you guys don't mind me taking a sip of my coffee here and there because it is morning where I'm at. I'm in California, so it's still morning here. So anyway, I'm gonna get started with this tag. With this 5 things I regret. I wrote them down because it took me a long time to figure out, you know, what I regret. I decided to go ahead and just think of something that, you know, I didn't mind sharing. So the first thing that I regret, and I gotta look through my glasses so I can, you know, know what to say. Okay, the first thing I regret, you guys, oh wow, I'm gonna try to get through this real quick. I regret not spending enough time with my best friend. She died of breast cancer, I guess it's about 3 years now, 2-3 years. I didn't get a chance to spend enough time with her, and I didn't know she was gonna die, really. We had talked about us getting together. I was gonna come out to her house and visit her, but she said, no, why don't you just let me come out because I just got another car. It wasn't a brand new car, but a new used car, and she wanted to blow it out. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, but you know, that didn't even happen. It never happened because the cancer took her out so fast. I mean, she just became so ill and so weak where she just couldn't do it. So I just wish and I regret that I didn't go out to see her. You know, I just wished I could have just said, you know what, I'm coming out there to visit you. I could have said it, but you know, I was waiting on her. And I think she purposely didn't tell me how bad off she was, you know, so I wouldn't worry or anything. But I just regret not spending enough time with her throughout her last days. That's what I'm pretty much saying. You know, I just regret that. I wish I could, I mean, of course I wish I can bring her back on earth as well as I would like to bring back all of my loved ones and friends, but we can't do that. But if I could turn it around, if I could change it, of course she wouldn't be ill in the first place. She wouldn't be gone. But I just regret not having the opportunity to get to spend time with her the way we used to do. You know, we were best friends from elementary on into our adult lives. We have been friends for over, I think, about 40 years now. I believe 40 years. That's a long time. That's a long time to be friends with somebody. And I trust her. I trusted her with my life, with my children, my bank account. I could give her $5,000 and ask her, would you go and deposit it into my account? And she would do it. So that's what I regret. That's one thing. All right, that was the hardest one I had to get out. And I had to think real close and hard about, did I want to talk about and say that to you guys? But yeah, I regret it, so why not? All right, the next thing I regret is not listening to my mother, my dear mother. She advised me not to drive on the freeway when it was raining one day. It was raining cats and dogs. I mean, just really, really bad. And the weather conditions just wasn't the best to be driving to going where I wanted to go. That could have waited, but I didn't listen because I'm thinking, you know, hey, why should I let rain stop me from going where I want to go, from doing what I want to do? You know, I just felt like, you know, I'm grown, so I should be able to do that. Yes, technically I should, but there's some times when we should listen to our parents. And I didn't, and me and my daughter ended up in a terrible accident that the doctor told me. He said, "You're lucky to be alive." He said, "You should be dead." That's what he told me. I mean, how harsh, how strong is that? You should be dead. So I regret not listening to my mother on that. That was not a good, that wasn't a good decision. That wasn't a good example to my daughter. You know, I feel kind of bad about that if I think about it. You know, I don't live in regret and feeling bad, but since I'm talking about this tag and the things that I regret, it brings back those feelings. So, you know, all is well. You know, it is what it is. If I had listened, then we would not have gotten to that accident. It was a very, very bad. I was hit by an 18-wheeler truck. I mean, I'll tell you really quick what happened. I was about to change lanes. It was raining so hard, my visibility was being impaired and just couldn't see that good. So I tried to get over, realized it was gravel, dirt, and all of a sudden my car, I hydroplaned. Then the car started going crazy, just seesaw, up and down, around. I mean, and then all of a sudden I look over my right shoulder and I see that we can go over the cliff. We're about to go over the cliff. So I pulled up the emergency brake. All of a sudden I turned this way to look behind me. There was a truck coming, so all I could do was go like this. Just brace myself. I couldn't even think to say anything to my daughter because things just happened so fast. They happened so fast. Didn't have time. Oh, before I got to that point of the truck hitting me, I screamed out the Lord's name because that's the only thing that came out of me. I was like, "Jesus, help me!" You know, I did. And he did help us. He saved our lives. It could have been worse. So I regret that. And that is an emotional regret. So I got to keep moving on. So I get emotional for certain things, you know, that's happened in my life. And just an emotional person. But we don't want to get emotional, do we? We want to keep this light and happy and cheery. Okay, number 3, regret that I regret. I regret getting into a real bad argument with a family member, and just by the things that I have said out of anger, I regret to this day. You know, I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a very close family member, and it was a real bad argument. We went through months, almost a year, not speaking, not talking, even though I would have spoken, but they weren't, you know, speaking to me. So just some of the things that I said throughout the argument, I regret it. I really, really regret it. And I wish I could take it back. I wish I could take back the pain that person felt, even though they said things to me, of course. I'm not saying that I'm the big bad wolf. I mean, I've had things said back to me too, but you know, I'm over it. I've forgiven the person, you know, I'm free of that, but I regret saying those things. I really do. So, wow, we should be really careful what we say to people. Oh man, just try not to get into an argument. Try to escape the scene if you can. Just love one another. Wow. I mean, this is so deep. I'm thinking about it, but I don't think I need to think on it too long. But wow, it hits home. Okay, the 4th thing that I regret getting married the first time and staying in it way too long. I'm not going to go too deep into that either. I'm not talking about my current marriage. No, I love my husband and we have a wonderful marriage and he is a good man to me. But I'm talking about my first marriage. I stayed in it too long and just going through some bad experiences in that relationship. I wished that I wish I didn't even get married, really. So I really should have said that. I wish that I did not get married in that first relationship. But it is what it is. It's a done deal. So I've got a better marriage right now, and I'm very happy. So that's the fourth thing that I regret. Yes. All right, and the fifth and final thing that I regret is, and this is another sensitive and tender regret. I regret not telling my mother sooner that a family friend of ours had sexually assaulted me, abused me. Yeah, I'm not gonna go extremely into that, but throughout part of my childhood, he was doing these bad things to me, and I was trying so hard to reach out to my mother and tell her, but because of the threats that he was giving me, threats, threatening me and threatening to do certain things to me and my mother if I tell. So, I was just that type of gullible child. I believed it, and I was trying to be strong, but I didn't know how. So it went on for a little time, long time, seemed like a long time to me. But I didn't tell my mother until I was divorced from my first marriage. I felt safe, and I felt that was the right time to tell her, but in reality, I should have told her, just taking a chance to tell her anyway when it was happening. But I was trying to give signs, throwing out different signs to her, but she couldn't pick it up, and I'm not, no fault in that. It's just that because the man is the fault. He's the fault. But I regret not telling her, because I think if I did, he would have been in jail, in prison, or even not on this earth. If you know what I mean, I mean, you never can tell, but I regret that. So that's it. I have completed my tag, and I've given you guys 5 things that I regret. So thank you, Miss V, for thinking of me and inviting me to do this tag. I like doing tags. And so let me see. I normally don't tag too many people, because some people are not able to do these tags, or they're not interested. So I'm just gonna tag. I'm gonna tag 2 people, and I might do 3. And if you're interested, ladies, just go ahead and do it. I would love to see your video. I love seeing and hearing people's answers. Okay, the first person I'm going to tag is Hannah from Hannah Watkins TV, and I believe I said her channel name right. If I didn't, sorry Hannah, because I didn't look it up prior, but I think it's Hannah Watkins TV. Then the next person is Kenya from Kenya's Decor Corner. Yes. So I think I'm gonna leave it with that. So you guys are tagged, ladies, so go ahead and do the tag if you want to do it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning back in and watching and listening to me. I hope that you have enjoyed my answers. And I've enjoyed having you in my home, and I appreciate you tuning back in. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. And I will talk to you guys later, because I'm about to finish my coffee and enjoy the day. And you guys have an awesome day too. Talk to you later. Bye.